As you find yourself in your comfortable seat, start to arrange yourself nice and tall. Draw the low belly in, bring the shoulder blades together on the back. You can soften your gaze or close the eyes so that you are able to turn your attention inward and start to tune in to the sound of my voice and to the sound of your breath. So starting to invite a deeper, longer breath down into the belly, filling up the lungs and to the crown of the head, and then exhale, soften, release. We're going to start to move, so go ahead and bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Notice if you're hiking that shoulder up towards the ear, press it back and down. And then any little movements that are helpful here, you can bring the chin slightly forward and slightly back. So feeling around here, finding your juiciest stretch and breathing. And then noticing the effects of the breath, if any, on your stretch. Deep breath in, exhale, bend a little more deeply. And then inhale back to center, and we'll go to the other side. So taking a deep breath at center, and then dropping the ear towards the shoulder, noticing any resistance and breathing into that. And you can bring a little movement here. And breathe. Maybe come back to center. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, bend a little more deeply. And then if you like to rock the chin gently forward and take that right ear back. And find your way back to center. From here, we're going to tilt over to the left and then circle down through center over to the right. Inhale here, exhale, circle around to the other side. So just take a few moments here and let this feel good without worrying about where we're going next. We'll get started moving pretty vigorously pretty soon. If you would like to take a couple of full circles, you may do that now. Otherwise, just continue the side to side if that does not sound very nice. If that does not sound right for you today. And let's go the other way. Keeping those shoulders pressing away from the ears. Hi, kitty. And then find your way back to your tall spine. From here, we're going to walk the fingertips to the sides of the hips and draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Maybe press into the fingertips, lifting gently, feeling a little traction in the spine. And then let the fingertips go, reach the arms around and up, and exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale back to center and over to the left. Inhale and repeat that. Hi, kitty. He knows he can get the attention from me here. I'm stuck in one spot. Inhale back to center and twist. And then inhale back to center. We're going to take fingertips to the front of the shoulders and circle the elbows towards each other, rotating through the shoulder girdle and just expanding your range of motion, investigating. And we're lubricating the shoulder joint. So notice if you start to sink here, grow tall once again. And open the breath up. Let's go the other way. And then release the hands out to the side, elbows bend gently, open the chest forward. And then exhale, round, bring the backs of the palms together and the chin to the chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Exhale, round, really draw the belly in, chin to chest. Inhale. Last time, open and hold here. Open and hold here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. We're gonna plant our left palm, open the right arm up and over. And then inhale back to center to switch. Inhale here, exhale, bend. One more on each side, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now this time we're gonna circle that left arm forward, follow that with the right, open it up, and exhale through center, sweep it around. Inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, right arm follows. And following with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, really reach out in front of you. Try and keep the sitting bones grounded. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. And return to center, tall spine. From here, we're gonna find a child's pose. So you can crawl around onto your hands and knees. Take your time to get there. Let the hips settle onto the heels. Or if you need a blanket under your feet or hips, you can do that. Let's walk the hands forward. Maybe make a pillow with our hands or take a block under the forehead. Nice deep breath here. You can sway the hips a little, encouraging some softening of the hips, and using the breath to help you with that. And on your next inhale, let's take a moment to climb up to tabletop, and you can spread your fingers nice and wide. Arranging your wrists under your shoulders and the knees under the hips, so you can check on that. And we're going to drop the belly, curl the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round to cat pose. Really pull the belly in, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose. Really drawing those palms towards you. Exhale, round. Inhale. Imagine broadening through the shoulders and hips here. And then exhale, round. Make it very, very narrow and tall. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale to your tabletop. And check that your index finger or middle finger is pointing towards the top of your mat. We're going to step the right foot back and the left. Tuck the toes. Plank pose. So you're welcome to drop the knees here if that's too much for you. Otherwise, here we are. And start to really press every knuckle and finger pad into the mat. From here, we're going to bend the knees and the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe. And you can sway the hips gently here. You can step the feet a little wider if that's helpful for your balance. And we're going to draw circles here with the hips. So just kind of changing changing the center of gravity to the right palm, left foot, right foot. So kind of just rolling through your down dog here in a circle. Try not to worry about what it looks like and just feel into this. Getting that sensation of an internal massage. Taking the hips to the left and back to the right, and the shoulders over the wrists. Maybe roll through the ankles, stretch through the feet, and then find your way back to your downward facing dog. Toes closer together, heels slightly apart. Let's lift the right leg up and back. Draw the low belly in to support you in this movement. Lifting from the heel. Exhale, release it down with resistance as if you were moving through honey or water. Take it as slow as you can. And then as soon as that right foot rests, start to lift the left. Inhale it up and back. Reach through the heel. Exhale, release. And inhale, look forward at your hands. We'll drop the knees, chest and chin. Elbows point towards the sky. Scoop the chest forward, press the hips into the floor. Cobra. Exhale, press back through, hands and knees. Child's pose, rest here. Breathe, letting that go. And on an inhale, find your way to tabletop. Arrange your palms and your knees under the hips. Let's take the right arm forward, like you were going to shake somebody's hand, and then spread the fingers nice and wide. And then notice your belly, draw the low belly in. Engage your right glute. Exhale, send that left leg away. Lifting from the inner thigh, so maybe the toes turn down slightly to level the hips. Breathe, reaching away actively. So lengthening here. And then sit the palm down, sit the knee down, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Spread the fingers wide, activate, pull the belly in, and on the exhale, reach the right leg back. Breathe into the mid-back to keep you from sinking here, and actively reach away. One more breath. Exhale completely, and soften the foot and the knee down to the floor. We're going to tuck the toes again, find downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out, sway the hips. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, stack right hip over left. See if you can level the shoulders and send that left heel towards the floor, even if it's just a little bit. Inhale to straighten and re-extend the leg. Exhale, release it down with resistance. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, stack left hip over right. That left shoulder will open and press it back down, and lift the knee a little more. Inhale to straighten and re-extend the leg. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, roll forward to hands and knees. Exhale, step the right foot forward. You can use your blocks if you need them. And then maybe take the hands to the hips, walk that left knee back, crawl the right toes forward, sink the hips for your low lunge. Scissor the thighs together, lift the pelvic floor, pull the belly in. So you're finding your way to the stretch, but also staying active. And then you can also take the right foot out to the right for a little more of a tripod for balance. You can take that left arm up first, maybe have the right hand on the right hip, and then take the right hand up to join it once you feel balanced. And there's an energetic pulling of this right foot towards us to keep growing that grounding stability. So breathe here. Inhale, look up at your fingertips. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, stretch the belly, lengthen. Exhale, hold here. And then we're going to plant that left palm, open the right arm up for a twist. Reaching that right hand away. You keep from sinking in this left shoulder, open it up. Let's reach the hand back, down, forward and up, circling it up and around. Let's go the other way. Open and hold, maybe lean back, maybe bend the left knee, find the foot for a quad stretch. If you're able to hold the foot, maybe the ankle, draw it towards your glute. Breathe. Inhale to gently release the foot, re-extend the arm, and then exhale, bring the hand to the inside of the right foot in lizard pose. We're going to hang out here, just getting a nice passive stretch on both hips. So breathe. And then we'll frame the foot. Heel toe it towards center and crawl it forward slightly so that you have space to draw the toes towards you. And swivel the hips so you bring that right hip back, left hip forward. Reach the chest toward the toes. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot down, plant the hands. Lift that left knee, step the right foot back. Take chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop the chest forward, cobra. Exhale, press back through, hands and knees. Take child's pose, breathe. And crawling up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog, breathe. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, yawn it back down. Inhale, roll forward to your knees and step that left foot in. Maybe crawl the toes forward and out to the left slightly, creating this tripod with the feet. And you can have those right toes tucked as well. I like to take the right arm up first and lengthen. So lengthen the belly, the chest, and then add the other arm. Breathe. Inhale deeply, look at your fingertips. Exhale, cactus the hands, the arms. Inhale. Palms face each other. Exhale, palms face forward. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, rinse your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Then we'll take our right palm to the inside of the left foot. Take the left arm up, reach it away. No sinking on that right shoulder. And then gently circle it back, down, forward, and up. Inhale as the arm comes up. Exhale to circle around. Inhale and hold here. Let's go the other way. Inhale, open and hold. Maybe lean back. Maybe bend the right knee, find your foot. And stretch the quad, draw that heel towards your glute. And try and keep from sinking on the right side. Breathe. Gently release the foot. We'll bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot for lizard pose. So maybe you hold here. Maybe you bring the forearms down or bring the forearms down to your blocks. Be here for a few breaths. Send the breath to that left hip, wherever you're feeling it. See if you can soften the face, the jaw. And then gently crawl back up. Maybe use your blocks. We're going to heel toe that left foot towards center and a few inches forward so that you have space to draw the toes towards you. Use your hands to support you and reach the chest towards your toes, flexing the foot gently towards you. Breathe. You can swivel that left hip forward, right hip back. Or left hip back, right hip forward. Breathing deeply. And then step into the foot, plant the hands, lift the right knee, step the left foot back. Either drop knees, chest, chin, or you can bend the elbows, take chaturanga, and lower it all the way down. Release up to cobra, maybe up dog, and press back through hands and knees. Take child's pose, breathe here. Letting all of that go. You can rock the hips side to side, roll the forehead on the floor. And on an inhale, press up to your tabletop. Take a moment, align, press into every finger, pad, and knuckle, and then maybe have the toes tucked. We're going to extend the right leg behind us, reach through the heel, press it away, turn the toes in so that you're lifting from the inner thigh. Breathe and reach that away, lengthening through the hip joint. And then we're going to pulse here, so any amount, so you don't have to move it very much. Just activating that glute. Keep the belly pulling in to keep from sinking in the low back. And just a couple more of these in your own time. Long, deep breaths to fuel this action. And then set the foot down, set the knee down. Press the hips to the heels. Make a pillow with your hands. Take a few breaths here. And then on an inhale, crawl back up to your tabletop. Take a moment to align and arrange your tabletop. Inhaling deeply, exhale, send that left leg away, pressing through the heel. Noticing your shoulders, bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Maybe roll the elbow creases forward. Maybe lift from the inner thigh. We're pulsing. And hold, reach it away, exhale, set the knee down, press the hips to the heels, drop the forehead, breathe. And on an inhale, let's find our way up to tabletop and step the right foot forward. From here, we'll step into the left toes to lift the left knee and then step the heel down. Maybe turn the toes in slightly. And we're going to build side angle pose here. So maybe take your forearm to your right thigh. Check that your right knee is right over your right ankle. See if you can have the foot parallel or just slightly turned in from parallel. Take the hand to the low back at first. Roll that shoulder blade back. See if you can glance up at the ceiling with your right eye. And then maybe extend the arm. Maybe take the hand to the floor or block for the fuller expression of the pose. Taking that left arm up and over the ear line. Breathe. Side angle pose. Let's take that hand back to the low back and the forearm to the thigh. Press into the right foot. Come on up. We're building warrior two from here. Bending into that right knee. Foot stays right where it is, but you can always adjust. Heel toe it a little closer or a little further out. Bend into that right knee. Warrior two. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Breathe. From here, we're going to reverse our warrior. Reach the right arm back. Big opening in the shoulder. Don't press on that knee. Avoid. So above or below. Maybe lift the chest towards the sky a little more. And return to warrior two. Let's cartwheel the hands down. Come on to the left toes. Step the right foot back. Maybe drop knees, chest, chin. Maybe take chaturanga this time. Flip over the toes. Upward facing dog or cobra. And then press back, drop the knees. Child's pose. Breathe here. Letting all of that go. Releasing any tension in the hips, in the shoulders, in the face. Big deep breaths. And on an inhale, press up to tabletop. Take a moment, align, and then step the left foot forward. We'll tuck the right toes and then drop the right heel. Tucking that left hip underneath you. Maybe take the forearm to the thigh first so that you could open that right side chest toward the sky. So again, left hip tucks underneath. Check that your right foot is either parallel or turned out. And maybe take the arm up. Maybe take the hand down to the block or the floor. In or outside the foot. Preferably outside. Breathe here. Maybe take the arm up and over the ear line. Press into the outside edge of your right foot. And lift everything 1 inch. Breathe. Let's take the right hand to the low back again. Press into that left foot. Find your warrior 2. So arranging shoulders over hips, that left knee right over the ankle. Extend the arms out, energize the fingertips, and draw the shoulder blades together on your back. Breathe. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Let's prepare to reverse this. So flip the left palm, reach the right hand down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Keep opening that left knee out so it's not collapsing inward. That'll help with balance and stability. One more breath. And return to warrior 2. Let's cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. And step that left foot back. You can take knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. You can scoop it up to cobra or take up dog. Let's all press back to child's pose. Breathe, letting all of that go. Find your low lunge, but then tuck the left toes, and then see if you can step into that left foot. We're building warrior 1, so bending into the right knee, press into the right foot, come on up. Send that left hip forward, right hip back, leveling the hips, and then bending into that right knee, press into the outside edge of the left foot. So that's our anchor point, reaching away from there with the arms. Breathe. Inhale, look up, lengthen, stretching the skin of your belly. And then exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up, look at your fingertips. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale, rinse the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, last time, cactus. Maybe flutter the fingers down. Can you bind the hands? Extend the chest. And then maybe bow onto this right knee with your right shoulder. Or if you're more advanced, you can come to the inside of the knee. Reach the fist towards the top of the mat. If this is too much for you, you can simply set that right knee down. But wherever you are, breathe. And then let's bring the hands down to frame the foot. Come on to those left toes in a runner's lunge. So let's drop the hips a little here. Getting a stretch in that left hip flexor. Breathing deeply. Maybe roll through the feet, rocking forward and back, or drawing a little circle. And we'll step that right foot back. Plank pose, drop knees, chest, chin, or take chaturanga. Inhale, scoop up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back through hands and knees. Child's pose. Press back through, hands and knees to child's pose. Drop the forehead, breathe. And on an inhale, let's crawl up to tabletop. We're going to step the right foot in between the hands and then tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and plant the right foot. Bending into the left knee, bringing the hips forward and bringing that right hip forward, left hip back to even the hips and square them to the mat. Take the arms up once you feel balanced. Warrior one. Inhale, look at your fingertips. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Maybe flutter the fingertips down. See if you can find the bind. Or just have the hands on the hips and stay here. And then reach it forward to the inside of that left knee. Or you can set the shoulder on the knee. You can also set the right knee down. Breathe. And release the hands, bring them down to the mat, frame the foot. Come onto the right toe, step the left foot back. Once again, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Drop the knees, press back, child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose, connect to the breath. And on an inhale, let's press up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal it out. So press the right heel down, come onto the left toes, and then switch. Bend the right knee, come onto the right toes, press the left heel down, and switch. Breathing and send the sitting bones up to the sky. Maybe soften the shoulders towards the earth a little more deeply. Let's lift the right leg up and back, bend the knee, open the hip. And then we're going to take some circles with that knee, keep the foot flexed. 2, 3, and then go the other way. And then straighten, square, and re-extend the leg, and then release it back down. On an inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, and then circle it back. And then go the other way. Let's re-extend the leg and then release the foot back down to the floor. We're going to take a tippy-toe walk to the top of the mat to find a forward fold. So you can take the feet a little wider, bend the knees a lot, maybe grab opposite elbows, and hang out here. You can sway, whatever feels good. We're going to slowly roll up, so bend the knees a lot, and then hollow the body out, and bring the crown of the head up to the sky, palm space in front of you. So just take a moment to realign. We're going to take some standing poses, so step the right foot forward, heel toe that left foot out to the left, and straighten the right leg. Kick into that left hip, reach the right arm forward, and settle the hand wherever it lands. You might like a block, but we're lengthening through the hip here, through the hip flexors. So take your left hand to the low back. You can also have the hand on the thigh if that's helpful. So you don't have to come down very far. I'm stretching here, and then the IT band. So block super helpful. And then maybe take the arm up. Maybe up and over for a deeper stretch. And then bend the left knee, see if you can bring the hand back to the low back, and we'll switch. So, walking those left toes out and right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Maybe switch the block to the other hand, start to kick out the right hip, micro bend in that left knee. Take the block down to the floor. Then, as you feel ready, you can take the arm up, right arm up. So we're lengthening again here through the hip, the outer hip, and the glute, the IT band. So breathe. And then maybe if you'd like a more intense shoulder stretch, and you can take the arm up and over the ear line, but extend through the fingertips, no sinking, nice and active everywhere, pressing into both feet. Breathe. And then to come out of this, simply take the right hand to the low back, bend into the left knee, press to stand. We're going to turn the toes in and find a straddle stretch. So have the feet parallel to the short edges of the mat, maybe turned in slightly. Put a micro bend in the knees, stick the booty out, drop the chest. And then you can take the hands down to the floor or your feet. Breathe. Maybe walking the fingertips underneath you, going a little deeper. Long, deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and bend our right knee. Place the right hand right under your gaze, left hand to the low back, and then maybe take the left arm up. Breathe. And then bend both knees. Bring those left fingertips, or switch it out, left fingertips under your gaze, and then right hand to the right hip, left knee bends, and right arm comes up. Breathe. And both knees bend to return to center. Drop the weight of the head. And then let's bend the knees, turn the toes out, press to stand into your goddess pose. Hands on the hips at first. And then we'll take the hands, thumbs facing in to the thighs. Open the shoulders back. And then we'll open the right shoulder forward, left shoulder opens back. Inhale back to center and switch. Inhale back to center, switch again. Last time this side. And back to center. And then we're going to climb down onto the floor for some seated stretches. So you can find your way there however you would like to. So we're going to plant our left shin and then step the right foot over. See if you can ground through the sitting bones. Both feet are gently active, and this right foot is pressing into the mat. If you can press the whole foot down, that's great. If not, just do what you can. You can take the right hand behind the right hip, left arm comes up, and either squeezing the knee or twisting past it, hooking the elbow. Draw the right shoulder back, gaze over the right shoulder. Breathe. Stay really tall here. So if you can't take a full breath, maybe come out of it just a little bit. You can tuck the chin in, stretch the back of the neck. Long, deep breaths here. And then inhale back to center. Come to the inside of that right foot on the left side of your body and lower the chest down. And then press back up and we'll switch. So bringing the right shin onto the floor, gentle flex in the foot. Draw that right foot close to your left hip. Step the left foot over. See how much you can really ground the foot down, ground the sitting bones down. Maybe place the left hand behind you and take a few little movements to settle. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, squeeze the knee or twisting past. Notice your breath here. See if you might need to come out just a little bit so you can breathe fully. Let the belly expand. Maybe take the chin in gently or a stretch to the back of the neck, only if it feels good. And let's gently release that. We'll drop the chest down towards the inside of the left foot for a counter stretch. And then find our way back to seated. We're going to extend the right leg out to the right. Ground through the sitting bones. Get really tall here and then take your left hand outside the left hip. Right arm comes up, lengthen here. And then twisting over to the left knee. Maybe gazing over that left shoulder, breathing. And then you can inhale, grow tall, exhale, draw the belly in, maybe twist a tiny bit more, even if it's just a millimeter. And then from here, see if you can hold on to the knee nice and firmly. We're gonna reach up and away, so you'll feel that through the back body, the side. And we're going to keep reaching, so maybe you need support. You can take the hands together in prayer and nuzzle into that right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Maybe you find the toes, maybe you don't, but see if you can look up under the arm. Otherwise, here is just fine. And then opening out to the left. And then inhale as if you had something to pull yourself up with here. And we're just going to walk it forward, stretching that inner right thigh and reaching the crown of the head forward. Maybe you can come down to the elbows or blocks or a pillow. A few breaths here. Let the back body expand. So breathing into the whole back. Filling the belly. And then on an inhale, walk it back up. We'll take our right hand outside our right hip, left arm comes up, and then dive into the outside of the thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. So you're really feeling this in the left low back. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the toes, and then soften any amount wherever you are. And look at your toes. Start to reach the left arm, rainbowing up and over until you can plant it outside of your left hip, pressing into the left knee, left palm, lengthen through the right side of the body. And then simply set the hips down and we'll go to the other side. So extending your left leg out to the left. And maybe use your right hand behind you like a little kickstand. The left arm comes up and then twisting over to the knee. Gazing over that shoulder. And letting the breath be full here. So if you need to come out a little bit to breathe fully into the belly, you can do that. growing tall as you inhale, and then exhale, draw the belly in. See if you can twist a little more. Long, deep, full breaths. And then see if you can really hold on to that knee and reach away. So not needing to come very far to feel this very intensely. Maybe reach up first and then over any amount. And then maybe take the hands in prayer so you can fall a little more snugly into the leg and open that right side, shoulder out to the right. And then maybe if you have the opening, you can take it up and over and find your toe. But some days that might not be available to you. So just gaze up and over that right shoulder, lengthening. And then again, imagine you have that rope to just pull yourself up with. And we're gonna walk it forward here. So ground through the sitting bones. Maybe you have blocks or pillow here for support. Maybe you can come down to the elbows. Breathe. Keep this from turning in or the foot from stickling. So nice gentle flex in the foot. And long deep breaths here. Just feel your stretch, breathing into that left hip, inner thigh. Letting the belly and the back body expand with the breath. And then on an inhale, look forward, walk yourself up. We'll take our left hand outside the left hip and the right arm comes up, lengthening here and then twisting to the outside of the thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. So you will really feel this in the low back and you might not come down this far on one side as the other. I'm definitely feeling a lot of stickiness in my right hip. So breathe into that. Letting gravity and the breath do much of the work for you. You can use your fists as a little block here. We can't come down to the leg. And you can take one away as the breath makes space for you. And if you have the hand on the foot, you can start to rainbow it over. If your hands are in prayer, you can just start to reach it up and over, finding your right hand outside your right hip, pop onto the right knee. Left arm reaches up and away. And then release the hips back down to the floor. Let's go ahead and align ourselves on the mat. Extending the legs, take the arms up, lengthen here, and then dive the chest forward, reaching it towards the toes. And then once you have your extension, you can have a big bend in the knees. We're really just lengthening the spine here. And then you can straighten into the legs any amount, soften down, or find support with a pillow or bolster. But breathe. Avoiding the tendency to try and distract yourself. See if you can go deeper into the sensation, into the breath. And on an inhale, look forward, pull the belly in, and we'll slowly roll down onto our backs. Go ahead and walk the feet as wide as the mat and knock the knees together. And then you can windshield wiper the knees here, so just taking them to the left and to the right. We're going to take a bridge pose here, so you can walk the feet up towards the hips, bend the arms at the elbows and really snuggled into the ribs, pressing them into the mat. So you can press into the feet to lift the hips, press into the elbows to lift the upper back. Maybe you can bind and shimmy the shoulders together. Otherwise, just press into the feet and draw the knees together. Imagine a little space under your chin and noticing as the breath makes space here through the belly, through the chest and side body, and even the shoulders. And on an exhale, slowly re-articulate spine down onto the mat. We'll draw the knees into the chest. We're going to hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg long. Hug and squeeze your right knee into the chest. Maybe move it gently from side to side, massaging the hip socket. And then we're going to shift our hips over to the right a little bit so we can take this right knee over to the left. And you can hook the foot on the back of that left knee, if that feels okay, and extend the right arm out. So perhaps your shoulder or your knee is floating. Grab the shoulder and let the knee float, and then you can kind of play with it with your hand, either grounding it down or supporting it. And then gaze towards your right thumb and breathe. And then maybe just simply roll back onto the back, re-center the hips, and then maybe send them over to the left. Straighten the right leg, hook the left knee behind the right, or the left foot behind the right knee, and then ground the shoulder, support the knee. Gaze towards your left thumb. And soften your face, your jaw, your forehead. Let the bones feel heavy. So releasing any gripping or holding. And then we'll find our way back onto our backs. And then we'll find our way back onto our backs. Draw the knees in, give them a squeeze. Maybe bring the nose up to the knees. And then any remaining shapes your body is craving before heading into Shavasana. Bringing the shoulders underneath you, extend the arms out. And breathe here, letting go. Nothing left to be done here, but soften into the earth. And I'm going to let you stay here for as long as you would like in this Shavasana. And I'll close with gratitude to you for joining me in another practice